Pal, welcome back to the channel, Dan Who Reviews. My name is, of course, Dan W. Make sure you are following me on Instagram. Today we start off a brand new set of reviews. As in front of me we have the Apocalypse Build-A-Figure wave. Now this is the standard X-Men wave of figures. Hasbro always seem to give us one X-Men wave a year, and it is always something to look forward to. This wave does not disappoint. It's got some great figures in it, but I thought I'd have to start off with the figure I was most looking forward to, and that is, of course, the Wolverine, the Tiger Stripe Wolverine, the Jim Lee inspired 90s style Wolverine. When I think of Wolverine, this is what I picture in my head. I think back to the cartoon in the 90s and then revisiting the comics, and this is what I picture, this iconic look, and I'm very happy to have it now in figure form. So let's open this guy up, but before we do, let's have a look at the packaging. As always, he comes with interchangeable hands. He seems to come with some sort of tube pipe effects for the Apocalypse Build-A-Figure. Picture of Wolverine on the side of the box, some promo art on the back, a little write-up, and then of course you get a list of all the figures in the wave you need to complete the Apocalypse Build-A-Figure. Today we're reviewing Wolverine. And then more side art. So yeah, X-Men logo at the top, you know what time it is. Let's get this guy open. Pow, here he is in all his glory. I felt like this was such a special occasion, I had to crack out the rotating base because this guy is really, really good. When I wanted a Wolverine figure, as I said, this is the costume I wanted, and it looks perfect out of the box. Probably not perfect when we take a closer look, but just first impressions, people, this is what I've been wanting for a Wolverine figure. They've been teasing us with the brown suited Wolverine, and then a Logan, and then a re-release of the vintage Wolverine, but finally Hasbro give us the Tiger Stripe Wolverine, and I can't say he disappointed me yet. I can see straight away he's got sculpted detail on the arm for the hairs, but it's not painted, which is just a minor gripe. The claws didn't come out too bad. Usually when I take them out of packaging, they're really warped and bent, but just looking at mine, they don't look too bad. They look spread apart decently enough, and I didn't do much to them when I took them out of the box. Decent paintwork as well. I like the shade of yellow. It's not too bright, but it's not dull either. It still pops against that blue. Those shoulder pads sort of articulate as well, which is nice. The boots, I've got those pointy effects as well. Very comic accurate. And I know the ears sort of from his mask don't spread out as well as some people are suggesting they should. But again, looking at first glance at this figure, I don't think, oh, his ears ain't long enough or they don't point out enough. I look at it and think, pow, that is Wolverine. So I'm not complaining too much. He's got the X logo on his belt as well. And he's just really, really nice with articulation in all the right places that they have recently given us his new body for Wolverine, which, yes, I am very, very happy about. So let me take him off the base just real quick, show you that these elbow pads, they do sort of articulate separately, so they're not going to get in the way of moving the figure, even though his arms do come up only to about 90 degrees, but he has double jointed elbows, even though he's quite muscly so it's not going to go further than that. As I said, my blades weren't too bad taking them out of the box, but they could probably be a little bit straighter. But again, that's just, you got to fiddle with it and maybe get some hot cold water to do the trick. As you can see, these ones are a little bit messy, so got to spread them out. But again, minor gripe, no one's fault. That face sculpt is really impressive as well. Don't know if I can zoom in while I'm talking. I like his sort of angry tone, and I hope the head sculpt from the previous one with the more neutral look works on this guy as well. So you have displaying options. I never got that vintage Wolverine, so I really want that unmasked head for Wolverine. So yeah, if anyone's got a spare unmasked vintage Wolverine head floating around, they want to sell me, let me know in the comments. But yeah, really like the Tiger Stripes. Very clean paintwork on the black as well. Not sloppy at all. The blue against the yellow is so nice, and then I like his boots as well that sort of resemble his pointy mask. So yeah, very, very happy. The articulation as well, the butterfly joints on such a stumpy body, so you can get him with his arms really far back and jumping, and the neck articulation's good, and the body crunches well enough, and yes, you can get this guy in some great poses. So the CBA community never let you down when it comes to Wolverine figures, and yes, very, very happy with this guy. So before I get into the comparisons, I thought, even though everybody should know who Wolverine does, if you don't know who Logan, aka Wolverine, is, then let me tell you in a segment I like to call Wolverine. Who is he? This is the part of the video where we ask the question, who is he? And I try and give you a little bit of information about the character this figure is inspired by. So, Wolverine, who is he? Real name James Howlett, but also known as Logan, first full appearance was in The Incredible Hulk 181 in November of 1974. At a young age, James' mutation powers manifested as bone claws, and due to his regenerative healing factor, Logan is kidnapped by the Weapon X program, where he was experimented on and adamantium was forcefully fused into his bones, which created his iconic metal claws. Wolverine originally worked for the Canadian government before being recruited by the X-Men, and over the years has become one of the most popular characters in the Marvel Universe. There you go, so I hope that helped. Again, I do not claim to be an expert, but it is nice to have a little bit of information about the characters these figures are inspired by. And I was so excited to open them up. I've done my review all out of order. I didn't even mention his accessories or the Build-A-Figure, so let's do that real quickly now. He does come with 2 interchangeable hands, which are basically exactly the same fisted hands, but without the claws retracted, without any holes in either. So you don't have to display them without the claws with no holes. So yes. Interchangeable fists, that's all we get. It would have been good to get an unmasked head again, a new one, maybe with a different expression, but they have already given us that with other figures, so I forgive them. We do also get 2 pieces for the Apocalypse Build-A-Figure. These are like the tubes that are attached to him, that technology that M. Sabanor uses to enhance himself. So yeah, I look forward to building the Build-A-Figure. Obviously subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, as I will be reviewing the rest of the wave and finishing with the Build-A-Figure, which is Apocalypse, of course, and there is tubes. Not very exciting, but still exciting things to come. So yes, as I said, my review was all out of order, but I was just so excited to get this guy open. This is the Wolverine I was waiting for. So let's see how he looks, shall we, compared to some fellow X-Men. So the first comparison I had to do was with the other Wolverines I've recently got for the collection, and that is the Juggernaut Wave Build-A-Figure Wolverine, and then the Warlock Wave Build-A-Figure Old Man Logan. Now these two are on the same body with some slight differences. Old Man Logan's on a, again, modified version of the body, but still they all stand at about the same height. This one seems a little bit shorter, but I've got him, it's the way I've posed him, I think. But yeah, all of these look great, but this is the one I was waiting for. Again, this one's got the shoulder pads, this one doesn't. The boots look exactly the same. The belt's obviously different. This one's got the different arms because it's actually got the hairs sculpted on the arms compared to this one. I think the vintage version of this guy did have the arms painted, well, the arm hair painted, as Wolverine's a hairy guy. This one, they've went ahead and sculpted the detail, but not painted it, and it only needed a subtle sort of brown dry brush as well, but maybe customizers can do that. I'm personally not going to touch mine. But yeah, they're the only differences, again, apart from the head. So what I wanted to know was, will these heads swap and will the yellow match? Just to give you different displaying options. So I'm going to try this now on camera. Probably going to fail, of course, but if I don't drop them. So there is the head swap. And then I'll put this one on there. Okay, so what do we think? So this is the first time I've done this in person, and the yellows are different. You can tell this yellow is a little bit darker than this one. So I can tell it's not as perfect as I would have liked it. Maybe from a distance you wouldn't be able to tell, but me personally, I do think the yellow is darker and doesn't match, unfortunately. This one, I think you can get away with it a little bit more because the figure's much more brown than it is yellow. So by the time you move your eyes down to the yellow, it's different because the legs are a different shade to the chest anyway because of the body originally painted in brown, or the plastic's brown. But yeah, that's a little bit frustrating, but doesn't look too bad. Unfortunately, I don't have the Puck Riders Wave, I say Puck, the Patch Riders Wave Wolverine yet to try those interchangeable heads. I have mine pre-ordered on MarvelLegendsUK.com, so hopefully I'll get mine in August time. But I know that's got a couple of unmasked Logan heads that hopefully will fit on this guy. But as I said, I'm still after the unmasked head that come with the vintage version of Wolverine. If anyone has one, let me know. I want to buy it. I just like having different displaying options for my figures. But yes, let's swap these back. It's a shame those yellows didn't match up, but if I'm going to have one expression from a Wolverine on a figure, it's got to be an angry one, hasn't it? So not complaining with how it worked out. The ears are obviously slightly different as well. Those ones are more up than they are sidewards, and they're a different shape. These ones definitely go more sidewards. So yeah, you do have different displaying options, of course, but it is personal preference. Here we have Wolverine compared to his cloned daughter's X-23. This is a very recent Deadpool 2 wave Wolverine. There is a review on the channel right now, so go and find the videos tab, check the playlist, and you can see my full review of this Wolverine on the channel right now, where she actually comes with the toe claws and she comes with the unmasked head that fits beautifully on the X-23 that come with the Sasquatch wave Build-A-Figure. So yeah, here he is with his clone daughters. I don't know if these are together too much in the comics, but they're going to look decent on the shelf. Now look how good these are starting to look together. The very classic X-Men, very much based on the animated series as well, which again I love, if I haven't mentioned that 27 times already. That beast is the Toy Biz beast, and it still holds up today. Articulation amazing, paintwork amazing, scales perfectly. So yeah, if you haven't got a beast, then definitely get hold of that Toy Biz beast. And if you want to see a full review of this beast, then check out my Rewind review on the channel, where I actually do a full review of the Toy Biz Beast. The only Rewind review on my channel. Didn't get a lot of views, so I didn't do any more. But if you are interested in seeing Rewind reviews, then go and show that video some love and let me know in the comments who you'd like to see. But yeah, full review of that guy on the channel. And then I think there's reviews of these two on the channel as well. Definitely Cyclops at least. But yeah, these are looking really good. And you can even add other members. Like, I'd love a different outfit version of Colossus, but I haven't got one. But again, he towers. He's bloody knocked Cyclops over. He's not a fan, is he? But he towers above them all. Not the outfit that goes with this set of figures, but still a good one. If I move him out of the way though, I've got others. I've got the Bishop, very recently come with the Deadpool 2-way. Full review of this guy on the channel right now as well. And then even Deadpool wants to join the X-Men. He's got his outfit on and everything. He's ready to go. So there's a full review of this Deadpool on the channel as well. Yeah, figures for days, people, figures for days. And those bloody things on Cyclops never stay up. Now I thought I'd finish to see how Wolverine scales up compared to some of his iconic villains. And of course we have the brand new Omega Red from the Deadpool 2 wave. Full review of that guy on the channel. And then of course the Juggernaut Build-A-Figure, who is a beast in his own right. So yeah, Wolverine obviously is a short, stumpy guy, but yeah, he scales great with these two enemies. So yeah, this X-Men collection on my shelf is starting to look very impressive. Now I could spend all day reviewing this guy to other figures I've got, but I have to end it somewhere. Today I'm ending it here. So final thoughts are, if you're a Wolverine fan, this is a must get, and I look forward to getting the other Wolverine so I can mix and match some parts, especially an unmasked head would be really good with this guy. But yes, as always, please subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell for all reviews to come of this beautiful Apocalypse X-Men wave. And yeah, lots of news heading up towards San Diego Comic-Con. As always, you will find out right here on the channel. So hit that subscribe button. And as always, I shall see you on the next one.